YouTube, good afternoon. Alright, it's Monday. It is 1:09 and I was sitting at home. I turned on my Uber Eats app, so I'm doing Uber Eats for the first time in maybe probably a good month. No, it's longer than that. Anyways, so I'm considered brand new with Uber Eats. I'm not doing Uber regular. I went and told them to exclusively sign me up to do Uber Eats only. So I was sitting at my desk in my home office at home, and I got the first order. Hey, good afternoon. And I got the first order for Uber Eats in Lithonia. So I'm on my way there now, and according to the GPS, when I was at home, it said it was 10 minutes away. Hey YouTube. Alright, I just completed my first Uber Eats delivery. It was to a wing place in a gas station. Some people want to coin the term as gas store restaurant. And then I delivered it in my subdivision. Well, it was another part of my subdivision, so it wasn't even far from the house either. I went to the house, I left from my house, had the order, and told me to go up on Rockbridge Road, which is up the street, the dang fly, which was about, they say it was 10 minutes away, which is about 10 minutes, and then took me right back to where I was, right where my subdivision. So that first trip was $5.15, and didn't get a tip, but that's all right. So the way I look at it is this: if the average trip is say $5, and I'm in my neighborhood, and I'm only driving that wasn't even 5, let me see, that wasn't even 5 miles, that wasn't even far. And say on a busy day, because right now it's slow and it's 1:31. I had that order at 1 o'clock, so for 30 minutes from the time it took me to go to the restaurant, pick up the bag, drop it back off, and that was 30 minutes. Now you would say, well, that seemed to be a long time, but it really could have been less than that. Could have been less than that, because when I got to the restaurant, I was waiting there, and I was like trying to tell someone I got the bag, but some of these restaurants, they just gonna put down courier, and but they didn't even put the dog, they had no name on it. So I said, well, shoot, this must be my order. So to speed things along, I guess you could say, I'm going to simply pick up the food. If it's at the courier stand, just pick it up and drop it off. And I'm quite sure American Deli is going to be one of those places that's going to be popping and busy too. So right now, I would say in regards to the area that I'm in, I would have to say that evenings and weekends is going to probably be busy. During the day, early in the day, maybe not, but I don't know. Like I said, you have to kind of treat it like any. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. Why is every time I go to certain spots, It's like a bad connection. So anyway, so I completed my first order. The order was, like I said before, it was at a Gaster restaurant, a wing place, at a Shell. Was it Shell gas? Yeah, Shell gas station in Lithonia, and then it was delivered to someone that lived in my subdivision, but they lived on the other side of the subdivision. So that's how. In that first delivery, it was $5.15. It took me 30 minutes, and it was from my house to the restaurant, and then from the restaurant back to the person's house for delivery. So that was 30 minutes. And it was a little bit, yeah, it was 30 minutes. It could have been really less than that, because it took me a couple minutes when I was at the restaurant to see if somebody was going to tell me I could get the bag, but it was already prepped, ready to pick up, and it had Uber Eats with the Gloria sign. But most of the time, someone will be there to confirm that you picked it up. So I didn't know. Hey, Paula B. I was telling you about my first Uber Eats pickup. So my first Uber Eats pickup, Paula, let me tell you. Why is this bad connection? God dang, I hope you're still there. Anyways, I'm going to just keep... Oh, okay. So you can still see me, right? And hear me. Okay. So my first Uber Eats pickup, I was sitting at the desk at home, and then I turned on the app, and it got me a ping, and then it told me to go. It said it was 10 minutes away. Yeah, it said it was like 10 minutes away or something like. No, first it said 15 minutes away, and I said that couldn't be true, because the minute I got out of the house, got into the car, then it said it was 10 minutes away. So I got there, picked up the food, dropped it off, but then it was, told me to go back 10 minutes back, and then I ended up going back to the same subdivision where I live, but they lived on the other side, as I was saying, because I live in a subdivision. There's different parts of it, because it's a pretty big subdivision. So I went there and I said, I'm going to the water's edge with the neighbor. So it gave me about $5. It was $5.15. So by the time it took me to get to the restaurant, pick up the bag, and go back to the delivery of the food, that was 30 minutes. And like I said, it could have been 25 minutes, but I had took like 5 minutes just to stand there wondering if I should get the bag, because there was nobody there. There was nobody at the counter. I'm like, hello, I'm here to pick up the food. And then the guy is sitting there at the table with the tablet. And I'm like, he didn't say anything. He saw me when I walked in there. He saw me when I walked in. He saw me standing there. And even if I was a customer, a regular customer ordering food, you would think you would say, hey, how may I help you? But he didn't say nothing until I had to, like, hey, over the counter, to somebody to come out of the kitchen or whatever. But it was all good. It was nicely packaged too. It had like the Uber Eats plastic bag. The food was nicely wrapped up. It wasn't no cheap ass plastic bag for food, which I hate, because I think that these restaurants need to secure people's food better and not put it into these flimsy, cheap bags. And then especially stuff like wings, wings and things of that nature. Those things tend to get to spill over. So they had it in a nice, sturdy Uber Eats bag that people could put the food in. And then I saw on the counter, under the counter or whatever, I didn't look under the counter, but you could see they had like a box full of those bags. So I guess when these restaurants sign up for Uber Eats, they'll give them these bags that people could just put, they could put the food in, the customer's food in, and then it was at Uber Eats. And that's a really good marketing promotion for Uber. See, DoorDash and Grubhub and all the rest of them, they ain't gonna give them no bags. At least I've never seen. What's going on at this corner? you know, they're not going to give them no Grubhub plastic bags or something to put those food in. And, you know, it was in such good sturdy bags, I didn't really need to put it in another bag. You know, because it was already in a plastic bag, which kept that food nice and hot. So, that's a good thing. So, right now, I'm on my way. I'm on 78, next to a bunch of restaurants. And I could also go there at 124 in Snellville. But I need to go someplace to get my tire checked because this dang tire is extremely low. And what's going on over here? What's an interesting afternoon for a Monday? They got all these girls lined up at pom-poms, and I guess they supposed to be doing cheerleading camp. The good back in the yeah. Yep. It's good too. It's good to get back into it. But it's going on 2 o'clock, and I know there ain't gonna be no orders because I ain't got another ping yet. But let me tell you what Uber gave me though. They said for completing your first delivery, they gave me a promotion of $10 to try out Uber Eats. So trust and believe I'm going to use it. I'm going to go to a really good one too. So that means if the food costs $12, I'll just pay $2 and I get to try out Uber and have my food delivered to my house for once. For once, I've worked for an app where they provide services in my area, in my house. You know, raggedy ass Instacart. You know, they don't have Instacart in Stone Mountain. They don't have Grubhub in Stone Mountain. And they don't have Postmates in Stone Mountain, nor do they have DoorDash. So for Uber Eats to now be in Stone Mountain and Lithonia and finally in vast majority area, I can use the service too. You know, all this time I've been working for all these different apps. I couldn't use them as a customer. So now that Uber has expanded, you know, I may want to order food myself. I don't want to leave the house and order something. I may want to sit down and get somebody who will come to my house for once, and I could order some food too. But now, I guess out of all the bad mouthing I was doing with Uber about the tips and maybe those in privileged or entitled customers slamming people's car doors and thinking you a chauffeur, you know, I have to bite my words. I really think Uber is they're really there for the customer in a sense. I mean, they have a better app. They have a better logistics. And even though the biggest thing about, you know, cutting rates and not allowing tip options and things like that, you know what? It's all of them. It's all of them. It ain't just Uber. And let me tell you, sometimes we focus so much on what Uber's done and the bad things they're doing that we forget, what about what those other companies are doing? They just as bad, they just as worse. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But one thing I can say for sure is that I can turn on the app when I want, I can turn it off when I want, and that's it. You know, you don't have to be like on a schedule. You know, sometimes when you're on that schedule, like with Instacart, and you gotta stay on that. If you signed up for 12 to 5 and there's no guarantee in the area at the time, they're not going to pay you if you don't get anything. Now, the only good thing about that is that for 2 hours, if it's in idle, you can choose to log off and go home. Or go or log off without penalty and go about your business. But let me tell you, lately I've been still getting the word that Instacart has bumped this stupid ass head. Let me tell you why I say that. My friend, she worked Instacart, right? Now she does this as her play money, like she likes to say. But she was due to get off at 9 o'clock. And at 8:50 something, they sent her an order with a batch of 50 something whatever, 50 something items. Now she declined it because, number one, she was supposed to go home and finish her homework, working on her master's, and she was nowhere close to finishing it. And matter of fact, she said she was going to be late. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I got a message from Uber saying something. I didn't understand what it said. It said something about, I don't know if it's because if you go onto another screen or another application, like I'm on this YouTube, will it not pick up my signal to give me some orders. So I logged off temporarily because I see that it's 1:46, and to be honest with you, it is slow. And another thing, Uber has notified me. They're saying, oh, it seems to be slow at the moment. So I figured it wasn't going to be popping like that. That's why I stayed at the house and turned on the app. I don't know if the tipping, I don't know if it's available in this area. I haven't heard anybody say anything. And trust me, if tipping was available in Atlanta, I would have seen about 50 billion videos that tip is in Atlanta, tip is in Atlanta. So I didn't see anybody talk about it, but you know, to be honest with you, I didn't have problems getting tips. I don't know. I have to, you know what? I have to see. I gotta check it out. I don't know how you could see if it's on your app, because unless somebody tips, that's the only way how you can see it. So I'm gonna wait and see. You know, the person's supposed to rate you. In order for you to get the tip, the customer has to rate you, and when they rate you, then they supposed to leave a tip. Then I heard something about that people had to update their app and get a latest app, and if they don't have it, they're not gonna be at that latest option to give you a tip. So you know, I don't know. Like I said, that first trip I did, it was what, 10 minutes to get there and 10 minutes to deliver it, and between me you know, waiting for that little bit of moment when the bag was ready, that whole thing was 30 minutes. So it wasn't like, it really wasn't 30 minutes technically, because I don't know. I don't think you opt in for tips. I think that you're supposed to download the latest. The customer has to download the latest. Why is it hot in this damn? The customer has to download the latest app, and then I think that if we had to update the app, I guess it'll tell you when it's time to update. So I just don't know. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to see if there's a tip option, because I'm going to use my $10 with Uber Eats, and I'm going to order my first Uber Eats as a customer. And I may do it this week, sometime this weekend, when I don't feel like, and I don't have any groceries, which I don't have, but that's when I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna see, when I first do it, I'm gonna see if the tip option is on there. So I'm gonna try it out as a customer, and I'm gonna see, and then I'm gonna do it. And when I place my first Uber order, with my first Uber Eats order, I'm going to show y'all in a live video how it feels to be an Uber Eats customer, and I'm going to go online and do that demonstration when I first do it. So when I first do it, I'm gonna be on live. I'm gonna show y'all the whole transaction and show y'all the food I ordered, the restaurant I ordered, when I come to the door to get my food, and I'm gonna record all of that. And when I do all of that and I show y'all on the app, then that's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you know I'm gonna tip. I'll probably give him a cash tip. I don't know. Like I said, I'll see if the tip option's not on there, and it's not in Atlanta. It'll tell me when I do it. But if it's not in Atlanta yet, I'm gonna tip in cash. You know, I got $10 for free, so why would I not tip? That'd be stupid. You know, I got the thing for free. I tried out for free, and so why not give them a tip? Now, if they fuck up and the person took my order and they don't want to go to Stone Mountain, and they take forever in a day to get my food, and I see that they accepted it, I'm shoot. So hopefully nobody won't mess up, because it proves to me that one is going to prove to me who's doing Stone Mountain and who's doing Uber Eats in the area, because I can't see nobody coming from anywhere else, and they don't live in Stone Mountain, they don't live in Lithonia, or they don't live in the area, and they want to come out to Stone Mountain and do food deliveries. I know one thing, I wouldn't live in no Stockbridge or live on the other side of town and say, ooh, let me drive all the way to Stone Mountain and do Uber Eats. Man, you know how many places you could do Uber Eats and you don't even have to leave your house? Shoot. I mean, unless you want to do business lunch, you know, I could see going downtown. I could see going to Buckhead and stuff and doing that. I could see me doing that. But for the sake of in the evening, like let me tell you, in the afternoon, evenings, nope. I'm staying right at the house, and I'm gonna see how many orders I get. And then if it looks like I'm not getting anything, then I'll go back to North True Hills, back to my little stomping ground, because that's down the road, you know, and do it like that. But there's a whole lot of places I could go to. I'm in Snellville right now, and there's a lot of businesses around here. There's a lot of restaurants and places, you know. There's a whole lot of places around here that I could go ahead and do Uber Eats, Denny's, you know, McDonald's, all these restaurants up and down this road. And that's just Snellville. So, you know, I know I may pick up again later this evening, because I don't think it's busy, and I haven't ate anything, and I'm starving. Why is it bad connection? I don't get it. I am no place special. Free hand wash with emissions. Dang, I should have went there and got my dang car wash when I had my emissions test. But that was way back in November. Gonna give me something to drink, because I am dying of thirst. I hope I hear something back this week on that damn SunTrust. Get me a beverage. A Quick Trip. Whew.